I've come up with a set of rules that describe our reactions to technologies. 1. Anything that is in the world when you're born is normal and ordinary and is just a natural part of the way the world works. 2. Anything that's invented between when you're 15 and 35 is new and exciting and revolutionary, and you can probably get a career in it. 3. Anything invented after you're 35 is against the natural order of things. A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools. I love deadlines. I like the whooshing noise they make as they go by. The fact that we live at the bottom of a deep gravity well, on the surface of a gas-covered planet going around a nuclear fireball 90 million miles away, and think this to be normal is obviously some indication of how skewed our perspective tends to be. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. The single raindrop never feels responsible for the flood. If you really want to understand something, the best way is to try and explain it to someone else. It is a well-known fact that those people who must want to rule people are, ipso facto, those least suited to do it. Anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. I don't say that I don't believe in God, because that implies that there is a God for me not to believe in. Human beings, who are almost unique in having the ability to learn from the experience of others, are also remarkable for their apparent disinclination to do so. I seldom end up where I wanted to go, but almost always end up where I need to be. For instance, on the planet Earth, man had always assumed that he was more intelligent than dolphins because he had achieved so much, the wheel, New York, wars and so on, whilst all the dolphins had ever done was muck about in the water having a good time. But conversely, the dolphins had always believed that they were far more intelligent than man, for precisely the same reasons. A learning experience is one of those things that says, you know that thing you just did. Don't do that. You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. Unless, of course, you play bass. We are not an endangered species ourselves yet, but this is not for lack of trying. 2,000 years ago, one man got nailed to a tree for saying how great it would be if everyone was nice to each other for a change. He was a dreamer, a thinker, a speculative philosopher, or, as his wife would have it, an idiot. "Sir," I said to the universe, "I exist. That," said the universe, "creates no sense of obligation in me whatsoever." We are stuck with technology when what we really want is just stuff that works. Don't you understand that we need to be childish in order to understand? Only a child sees things with perfect clarity, because it hasn't developed all those filters which prevent us from seeing things that we don't expect to see. To give real service you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. Flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. Would it save you a lot of time if I just gave up and went mad now? God is no longer an explanation of anything, but has instead become something that would itself need an insurmountable amount of explaining.